Hey folks, so I'm trying the whole sideways thing and I don't know where to look. I don't know where to look. I think straight at the camera works. Let me see. So yeah, because I'm used to doing it the other way, but then I was looking at some of these videos on the computer and I noticed that it wasn't coming out straight. So apparently I have to stare at the coffee so I look like I'm looking at the screen. And I keep looking up over. Anyway, hi. Got a lot of coffee again today. I tried to figure out the camera on my phone, but it's not working. So I'm just going to do it this way. Yesterday I didn't do a video because I was dealing with a lot of, I was up super early in the morning dealing with Medicaid and Medicare and Accessoride, on the phone with them all day and on hold most of the time, which was really annoying and pretty much drove me crazy. And I, by the time everything was said and done and the day had passed and it was in the evening, all I could do was just like take a shower to wash the stress off and just lay down, and I fell asleep and all that. After a while, it was just too. And I did a blog last night just because I needed to write about it and let it out. And but I couldn't do a video. I was so, when I say I was fuming and I was so pissed off, I really was. And but I wrote about it that, I haven't since I guess September or something like that, since I started doing Landmark, August, September, excuse me, I haven't had anything too stressful happen in my life. And so I've had like little stresses here and there, but nothing to get me like really agitated. Because it was always hopeful and positive. It was always like, okay, things will be okay. It's not a big deal. But dealing with the government is different, especially Medicare and Medicaid. Like, they were trying to like cut my services and then limit it, then didn't want to give me an aid when I needed it, then didn't, and it was just like, and being on hold with them, listening to the same Frank Sinatra song over and over and over again for about an hour, that kind of drove me crazy. Kind of drove me up the wall. And it was just like, so that in itself. And the day before, I had already gotten a bunch of calls from this one agency that called me, this long-term place, and I have no idea how they even got my information, but they did. And it was just like, oh, by the way, we need X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, you sent 2 nurses here 2 weeks ago. They could have gotten it when they were here. You didn't have to send somebody randomly and then get my services pushed back even farther. It was just really annoying. But I'm also sort of grateful that it happened. Not that it happened itself, but that I learned from it, because it showed me that I sort of forgot how to deal with the stresses when they happen. Like, I got so used to it being not easy, but just being I guess you could say easy or different or something like that. I don't know. And it made a huge difference. So, and then last night I meditated in the middle of the night when I woke up randomly. And then today has been much easier and better, even though I've had to deal with deal with them again. I just approached it in a less stressful way, and I just have to remember that I don't have to be stressed out about things. I can address it in a different, better way, and I don't have to react and respond in the way I did. I mean, luckily I didn't curse anybody out, which is a good thing. Always a good thing, but sometimes they bring it out in me, and it's like, and I look at it this way. It's like if you are a government worker or work for a thing that works with disabled or elderly people, you have to understand that you're dealing with people who need care. Not to say that there aren't people who are trying to scam you. There are, but I'm not one of them. And anybody who looks at me could tell that I'm not one of them. And they act like I'm trying to get over on them. I had to literally be on my deathbed, paralyzed from the neck down, to apply for this stuff 6 years ago. So that says something. That I don't want any of this shit. And I never did. But right now I have no choice. So it's like, yeah. So anyway, I'm glad today I'm not operating from a place of stress, and that I've been productive all morning. I got models for the show. I'm waiting to hear back from the owner of the place. I called him earlier. You know, and I'm looking forward to this happening. So yeah, so I'm not dealing with stress. I'm not coming from a place of stress anymore, which helps. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well today. I didn't really know exactly what to talk about today because I've been in such a work mode, in a caffeinated mode, but more like a work mode. And so yeah. And also this weekend I'm finally getting the rest of my stuff from my ex's place, which is good, and that'll be a good thing to do, and make closure for all. Yeah. And that's it. So I'm back to work, and catch y'all on the flip side, and I will figure out how to make this sideways thing work so that I'm not sideways and not looking off into the distance. Yeah. Okay. Peace.